I want to share with you today how I use some rhinestones and get some interesting colored effects on plain rhinestones using nail polish. And I just have a variety of different polishes here. I don't polish my fingernails, I only do my toes, so nail polish tends to last on me a long time. Some of these are kind of old, but they're working just fine. And what I'm going to do is take some removable adhesive and put a few strips down on a scrap piece of paper so I can keep my little rhinestones from moving as I paint them. And these will take a while to dry, so it's not something you want to do and just put right away on a layout. I'm going to put down a bunch of these and then we'll paint them up. And some of my colors here are very thin, like this one, and others are a little bit thicker, and you can put more or less, and so I've got a little bit less color on that second one that I did, so you'll get, what will happen is the kind of silver back will sort of show through, and combined with especially the metallic colors, it gives you a really interesting look when it's dry. So let's try some real red color. I tried these out a few months ago and I was trying to come up with some way to do those enamel dots. So I was looking for something to paint, and I never really found anything, and I tried these and I didn't get quite the same effect as enamel dots, but I figured I could do something with nail polish. I just still haven't quite found the right thing to paint that's not too much work, in my opinion. But these give you kind of a different sort of look. And this one's getting kind of thick, so I'm going to thin that out a little bit because I want to get more shine through it. So I still want this burgundy-ish color, but I want it to really get some more of the backing through there, and I don't want it really solid like I did that one. Do one more here. Tell these polishes are old because these are Mary Kay, and I don't think they've made polish in several years. It's a shame because they make really good nail polish. That one in a thin version I'm not sure I like. I think I like it better a little bit thicker. And you could probably come over these with a second coat. I've just been doing one coat with mine. But it is good to let them dry really good. I'm going to show you a project at the end that I did, and you'll see what happens if you don't let them dry really good. But you get an interesting look, and I'm going to let these dry, and then we'll come back and take a look at the finished rhinestones. Okay, here are the completed rhinestones, and hopefully you can see some of the shimmer that they get from the polish, and how the there's like a glow because that silver backing is still coming through. I left them about 3 hours, just maybe longer than needed. I don't know exactly when they got dry, but they get good and dry. Where one is stuck to some of the nail polish on the paper, you might have a little bit of stickiness there, but otherwise these are fine and ready to go on a layout, and I would just put a glue dot on the back of them and attach them. So let me show you a layout that I did yesterday, and this one is one where I wasn't quite patient enough, and I'll show you a close-up in a moment. You'll see some of my rhinestones are maybe a little fuzzy where my fingers got into them. If I'd been more patient, they would have looked more like the others there. But it still gives a nice effect and goes with my glitter thickers. And for this one, I didn't film this layout, so I'll just tell you a little bit about it. For the background, I used watercolor paper. I die cut an image out of it, and then I just put various different colors on there and blended them together to kind of go with my pictures. And I thought watercolors sort of went with tulips. They're very often seen in watercolors. And then I layered it with several different designer papers. and put on my journaling and added these little rhinestones. So there really wasn't a lot to the layout, but then you can kind of see how these look and are working with all the different colors and textures on the page. So anyway, that's my tip for adding a little extra zing to some plain rhinestones. Just take some nail polish and paint it on and let them dry, and you'll have a really different kind of look for your embellishments. And they're very, very inexpensive to do. Thanks for joining me today. Please check out my blog for more information.